Whoa! Hey, what's up? Really, today I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes and kind of ramble a little bit about advice, if you will. Most of us would probably resonate with the desire to be at a little bit higher of a place than we are currently living life. Whether that's spiritually, or financially, or relationally, or all of the above. And I think a lot of us struggle with just getting the footwork, the foundation to really then take off. I know one of my biggest problems has always been overthinking. I can take something that is super simple and I can struggle with it. I don't realize I'm doing it when I'm doing it. Sometimes I do, and I don't know how to stop it. Overthinking has held me back from a lot of things. A couple things that I watched recently were on goal setting. And if you listen to just a couple different people's opinions, sometimes they seem to be saying the exact opposite. For example, some people say, have your sights set on the big goals. And other people will say, then you get too discouraged because you can't achieve that big goal. Make little goals. In my opinion, a mix of the two. Big goal mindset and almost reverse engineering it and creating a bunch of little goals that almost seem like irrationally small baby steps and literally stair-stepping your way to where you're going. Lately, I felt like I'm just starting to get my foundational footing in things, and that has really kind of worked. I didn't want to do that for a long time because I felt like it was almost too stupid to set such small goals. Like I would want to get in the studio for a while, and I would deny myself getting in the studio because I knew I'd be down there for 6 hours and I had other things to do. And I viewed it as pointless to go down there for maybe 45 minutes and mess around with something. But one week, I just happened to go down there for like 4 days, and it was about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the day, and I got a decent amount done. That's just one example, but now that I've actually tried to apply it, it's taken a different shift, a different perspective in my mind. The other thing that I felt was a pretty valuable perspective was, what kind of life are you trying to live? Who is living that kind of life that you are trying to live? What are their habits? How do they save money? What time are they waking up in the morning? Writing a schedule for your day. All of these things that most people have heard, and I was just kind of like, yeah, but I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't have to write it on a piece of paper to figure it out. I already got it in my head. I know I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to come home, and I'm going to, But it really did help structure my day. I didn't realize how much time was being lost. Just a little bit here and a little bit there. But if I wrote it down, from this time to this time, I'm going to do this, and this time to this time, I'm going to do that. And I even allowed myself some flexibility to be like, this half-hour block, I might do one of these 3 things, but still, in that allotted amount of time, the same amount of stuff was getting done. And sometimes it gets broken, but overall, day to day, my productivity was way better. And the other thing that I started doing, for about a week or two, I started getting up at 5 in the morning. And going to bed at 9 o'clock has been a little bit difficult because I don't feel tired at that time. So once I got in the habit of doing that, I just kept doing it, and it stayed. And then there was literally one night that I got off late, and I ended up going to bed after midnight, and I was like, I'm not setting my alarm in the morning, and I'll just wake up when I wake up. And from that point on, I've been out of the habit, and I haven't really gotten back into it. So I'm going to start getting back into that, and I would really recommend that. If you're like me, that just sounds terrible. Getting up at 5 in the morning. Are you kidding me? I'm not a morning person, but the difference is when I was getting up at 5 o'clock, that allowed me to do the things in the day that I always felt like I didn't have time to do. One of the first things I do is get in the Word. Practice piano, do a little morning workout or yoga, and then make some breakfast. And the nice thing is, it allows you several hours of uninterrupted time. Nobody's calling me, nobody's texting me. It's just my time, and it really sets the pace for my day. Other than getting up at 7 o'clock or sometimes even 8 o'clock, and then you wake up and people have already sent you messages and people are calling you, and then you got to get up and you got to get breakfast and you got to go to work, and like really it's just like get up and go, and you had no primer for your mind that day. Overall, that mix of waking up early makes you feel more relaxed and energetic at the same time for the rest of your day. I thought those were a few good things that sometimes, you hear things 100 million times and you almost get desensitized to it because you hear it so much, and get up early, that's a good thing. But sometimes somebody will say something in such a way that wherever you're at that day and however they said it in that moment, it just clicks, and it just takes on like a different understanding. It's like you've always understood it, you know what get up early means, but like all of a sudden, maybe I'll try that. Just try it. Do it for 30 days. Do it for a week and see how you feel. At least after a week, you'll know whether it's something that you want to keep trying to do longer or not. But I would say 30 days. And write your schedule for the day before. And then check it off. It feels good to check all that stuff off. Just done. The other thing I was attempting to do was to shut off my phone, at least the ringer, an hour before bed, and not check it for 3 hours after I get up. And when I first heard him say that, I was like, what? But that's a good thing if you try it. Really. If I had a house phone, I'd probably shut my cell phone completely off, but that's 8 o'clock in the morning when you're checking your phone. So that's really not super hard, especially if you're filling that time from 5 to 8 with stuff to do. And lastly, I stopped sleeping with my phone right next to me. And the biggest benefit that I've gotten from that is I go to sleep faster. Because when I go to bed, I'm not, I gotta remember to do this, and then I gotta put it in my reminder or make an alarm for it, and then, it's like, wait. Too bad. You'll have to do it tomorrow. If it's something you don't want to forget, then keep a little notepad next to your bed with a pen and write it down. But checking my phone, even if it was for something like that, oftentimes would lead to me looking at something else and would lead to something else. Like, it's like watching YouTube. Have you ever gone back in your history because you're trying to find a video you just watched but you couldn't remember the name of it, and you're like, whoa, I watched that many videos? And it's the same thing with your phone, and I don't think many people would even deny that. You pick up your phone and you can get lost, and if you don't allow yourself to do that, you'll be sleeping, and you'll sleep better. So try that. That's really all I have today. I hope that made sense. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Peace.